Alrighty, welcome in. I know I had promised a live stream tonight, and I apologize for that. That was a little bit of a YouTube miscommunication, but hand up, we'll take that one. Anyways, welcome. It's Bet the Beach's first live stream right now. I got Quad Box here, watching the Beach Pro Tour events. We got two American teams playing right now. We got Bourne and Schalk, and Theo and Trevor, the two U.S. teams that did a split skis and a swap skis over the off season, and are now playing with their new partners. So we'll be watching that on the FIVB Beach Pro Tour side, and we do have some good AVP matches coming up in the 4 o'clock slate. We'll keep an eye on those here. I'll probably go for, I don't know, about half an hour here tonight, and we'll get it posted up later this evening. And then I'm hoping maybe we'll get a quick live stream in maybe Sunday for some championship matches, if the timing aligns. But anyways, introducing myself, my name is Krista Turk. Welcome to Bet the Beach's first live stream. If you've been following along on our Instagram or Twitter page, I really appreciate that. This is broadcast number 1. So it can only go up from here, I guess is what you want to say. But give you an idea of exactly what this is going to be about. I can't show you the matches, unfortunately. You're going to have to pull those up on your own. I will be including links for the Beach Pro Tour events. You got to download VBTV. You got to get a subscription for that one. We've had that for a while, and honestly, they do a spectacular job with their production. You can go quad box, multi-view. You don't need to close and reopen when a court goes from one match to the next match. It does everything for you. So I've had this up now for 4 hours, and the Sweden's match just ended. They were taking 3 sets by Brazil, and they ended up winning it in 3 sets, 14-12. Very, very good match over there. And that match ends, and 10 minutes later, I don't need to click a button or anything, and USA-Brazil right back up here. So I can't speak enough about what VB TV can do if you're a beach volleyball fan. If you're here, I'm sure you are. So I certainly recommend you download that. Again, I'll be putting links in all of our live stream broadcasts. But to give you an idea right now, Tryon came first set 4-5 against Brazil. And yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing. I'll take you to some scoreboards right here. If we look on the men's side, pool play, second game of the day for most of these players. It's the afternoon session. Right there at the top of your screen, Schalk and Bourne versus Evandro and Arthur from Brazil. We've got a couple other matches going on right now. Trevor and Theo for the USA up 12-10 on Bormans and De Groot from the Netherlands. That's another good matchup. And as I said there, Sweden, Amon and Helvig, David and Jonathan won 2-1 against Brazil just a few minutes ago. Over on the AVP side, got a couple games going on right now. Stadium Court over here. We have Hildreth Van Gunst versus Therese Cannon and Sarah Sponsel. Therese and Sarah won the first set 21-15. They're up 10-9 now. In the second set, I'd expect them to probably win in 2 sets here and move on to the next round. I guess you call it the round of 4. Where they'll play tomorrow afternoon. On the AVP, today was the introduction of their new broadcast format, if you'll say. The last 2 years, I think, they've been broadcasting live on YouTube TV, which has been honestly a delight. Couple of issues with it, I would say. In that, as I said with VBTV, you put one game on, it ends. Now you get kicked out of the broadcast. Now the next broadcast doesn't even pop up to click on until that match is, 5 or 6 minutes away from going live, which is challenging. If you want to sit around and watch volleyball all day, you pull up 2 screens, you put Stadium Court, you put Court 1 on the other one, you want it to keep going. Now I get why they do it. Technical thing on their end, and they want unique videos and unique subscribers and each unique views for each video. But for the viewer, I wouldn't call that exactly fan-friendly, but it's on YouTube. Everybody has YouTube. Everybody has access to YouTube. Easy. Browser, your phone, your Apple TV, your Roku. You can download YouTube. No problem. So just like yesterday or 2 days ago in classic AVP fashion, they finally announced how they're going to be televising their matches this year. So right now, Stadium Court, I'm watching it here on this screen. broadcast on ESPN Plus. If you have ESPN, you don't necessarily have ESPN Plus. You have to pay for it. It's a paid content subscription thing. So that's nice to be attached to the 4-letter network. ESPN, great. We love that for sure. ESPN Plus, you got to pay for it. So now that's another thing you got to pay for. But ESPN's doing a good job. I've been watching since about 11 o'clock this morning, and they're doing a good job with the broadcasts. Good, very technical, clean presentation. Mark Schermerhorn on the broadcast call today, doing both the stadium and the broadcast commentary, which is way harder than he makes it look. So give him credit for that. But yeah, all in all, ESPN Plus Stadium Court broadcast has been great. Like YouTube, when the match ends, you get kicked out of the broadcast, and then you wait in their waiting room with all their live videos until the next broadcast pop up, and you got to scroll for it and look for it and look for it and look for it. Which, again, take a page out of the Volleyball World Beach Pro Tour's playbook, VBTV. I've had these matches up since 11, and when the next match comes, the next match comes. But anyways, that's what they're going to do. So ESPN Plus, been good. If you don't pay for it, now you have to. You have to pay to get Stadium Court. So here's the thing. The reason I'm doing this is because I live beach volleyball. The reason that you're consuming any of my content, hopefully you are, and thank you for that, subscribe please, is that you love beach volleyball. We want the product to be available, and we want the product to grow, and we want the sport and the league that we love and the AVP to grow and be more successful. And the way you do that is to get more viewers. And in my mind, the way that you don't do that is put it behind a paywall. So now if you want to watch Stadium Court, you're behind a paywall. So I think that's a mistake, first off. Yeah, ESPN's great, but you're behind a paywall. Last year you weren't. The year before you weren't. Before that, with Amazon, you weren't behind a paywall. You could get it. Actually, with Amazon, maybe you were. Don't think about that. But the last 2 years on YouTube, it's been just perfect. Now, here's the other thing. You want Court 1, used to be in the same place. Now you go to Bally Live, the app. And good luck with that. I don't know how to say it any other way other than it's another AVP decision for sure to go to Bally Live's app. I mean, Bally owns them for sure. They're trying to promote that product that they've put their time and their money into, which I get. I understand it. That said, you can't get Bally Live on a browser. I haven't been able to get it on my Apple TV and Roku yet, so I have to get it on my mobile device, and I have to either watch it on my phone or cast it to one of my Apple TV or Roku. Just an extra step, And there's 2 versions of the app. You download the wrong one, no audio, wonderful. Delete that one, get the other one. Okay, now I got audio. Perfect. Other than that, commentary has been, I don't want to criticize, but not Mark Sherman. Not Dane Blanton, not Cam Irwin, not any of the spectacular announcers on the Beach Pro Tour, Travis and Louis Lett and all those guys who do an awesome job commentating all the games for the Beach Pro Tour. So the Bally Live app, I don't love it so far. What I do love, we don't have it for Miami, but we will have it for the rest of the events, is I do love the fact that we're going to get Court 2. We're finally going to get a second camera on Court 2. We don't have it for this one, but we will have it for the next one, so awesome. We can get eyes on every match. That always seemed like a no-brainer to me. They weren't investing a ton of expense. Didn't seem like for the Court 1 broadcast. The single camera behind the end line, no commentary. That's fine. If you're a hardcore beach fan, volley fan like us, you just want to watch the game. It's nice to have the other stuff, but Court 1, Court 2, we get it. It's a money thing. So now you got Stadium Court for AVP on ESPN Plus, which you have to pay for. The Bally Live app, which is free, admittedly, but another place to get Court 1, and ultimately after AVP Miami, you'll get Court 2. But again, AVP Bally's owns their broadcasts on that end, and Beach Pro Tour, Volleyball World owns their broadcasts on that end. So what I can be is I can kind of be a central gathering place, a second screen content for you, and that's hopefully what I'm going to do. Be able to provide you with links to all the matches. You click here, you get ESPN Plus. You click here, you get VBTV. You click here, you can get the Bally Live Court 1, Court 2 moving forward. So that's kind of the goal. What I can do, at least until they stop me, is give you the scores. So I got live scoreboards up for you here. On the left side, you get your live scores for the AVP. We have match in progress Stadium Court, which I'm watching over here, second set right now. Match in progress, court 2. We got Budinger and Miles Evans. Dropped the first set, 19-21 to Caldwell Freshman, and they're behind in the second set, 12-9 over on court 2. Court 1, Larissa and Lily coming off an excellent performance at King of the Beach in Miami last weekend. Won the first set over Scott and Urango, and they look to be match point now. Carly and Gina have match point here over Larissa and Lily on court 1. So that's where we're at right now. Again, I was going to go live a little bit later. Can't do that today, but I'll post this up in a few minutes so you'll at least get a kind of a preview of what this is going to be like, and hopefully maybe you can, give me your comments. What you like about it, what you didn't like about it. When we do live streams, I'll be making picks. The picks will always be first and foremost kind of the background of what we do. And again, that's comes from the love of the sport. I think gambling for me can be a really fun, enjoyable way to bolster my interest in a match that I otherwise wouldn't have any stake or claim in. I mean, today, March 17th, happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way. It's March Madness. So what was I doing yesterday? Watching games, gambling on games. Now, that said, there's no legal domestic sports book that puts odds on beach volleyball, to my knowledge. So when I created Bet the Beach, what I wanted to do is I wanted to learn how to handicap. So what you're going to see on all the socials, Instagram and Twitter, for all of these tournaments, whenever I get the opportunity to, is posting as many picks, spreads, and picks as I can. So all these spreads you see here up in the top right of your corner, Melissa and Brandy -12 versus Bauer and Horton. That's a Bet the Beach spread. So what I am calculating is that Melissa and Brandy are going to win that by a total of 12 points. That spread didn't come from anywhere else. There are offshore books that you can get spreads. I'm not going to push you in those directions because it's offshore books. Wouldn't recommend it. But, is gambling going to make its way into beach volleyball? That was the talk when Bally's took over about a year and a half ago. Haven't seen it yet. It's a tough thing to implement and regulate. I get that. But I really do think it could be a real benefit for the sport if it's done correctly, and if you gamble responsibly and you do all the fun things. It can be a real fun way to, bolster your interest in something that you love. Now, I'm guessing that we're gonna end up here with a lot of really hardcore beach volley fans that may not need that, and the hope is to bring some casuals in too. They can see that number -12 Bliss and Brandy and say, "Ooh, those are big time favorites. Let me take the dog in that one. Let's see if the dog can take it." So yeah, the picks will be in the top right corner. You can that's directly from our Instagram account. Please go over there and give us a like, give us a follow. Again, we're just getting this thing off the ground. I only started this thing a month ago, so we got a long ways to go, and everything you can do to comment, chat, subscribe, give me your feedback. I think all that stuff's very important, and I really do look forward to getting this thing going and really trying to make something of this whole thing. So again, that was it. I just wanted to give you a quick little preview of the product, what it's going to look like, who I am. One other thing I did want to give you a little bit of introduction to myself. My name is Chris DeTurk. I do come from a background in radio, broadcasting, and production. And I've been out of the game for a while. The day job kind of took precedence for many years, and I have an opportunity to do that and also do something that I love. So I'm going to try to combine my love of beach volleyball with my love of broadcasting and my ability to hopefully provide with you a fun, entertaining second screen content to go along with, a busy weekend in beach volleyball as we, look forward to Paris in 2024. This is the second here in La Paz, Mexico, the challenge event for the Beach Pro Tour. It's the second qualifying event for the Paris Olympics. So as we get closer and closer to June of 2024, these matches will mean more. They'll be more important. Hopefully we'll be getting more eyes on our sport. And what I hope to be a kind of a central place where you can come and, get the updates on what's going on, get the updates on who's in the inside and who's on the outside looking in, what tournaments are coming up, what you need to keep an eye on, what's going on over on the AVP, what's going on over on the Beach Pro Tour. So that's what I'm trying to do here. And I really hope that you will kind of join me for the ride. I'm hoping that we can, create a a fun second screen content in the world of beach volleyball that really provides something for the sport, because I love the sport. I want to see it grow. As you might already be able to tell, I have some gripes with the decisions that AVP can make at times. I know I'm not alone on that. But I love the product. I do love the league. I do want to see it succeed. I do want to see it get more eyes on it and have more people at the events and have bigger prize purses at the events. And I just think that'd be a really fun thing to see. So if I can be a 1% or a 0.5% of helping to grow the sport domestically, that's the goal here. And the goal, in the meantime, is to have some fun, put together some fun broadcasts, and really that's it. So that's it. I just wanted to say hello, check in, let you guys know what the plan was here, and we will be checking in with you soon. Like I said, my first live stream, hopefully maybe be Sunday, possibly, for a half an hour. We'll live watch a couple of events. But if not, I will see you at the next tournament. And before I go, I'll just get you a quick score update there. Trevor Crabb and Theo Bruner won the first set 21-16, and they're currently trailing in that first set 5-7 against the Netherlands. The Spanish team is winning 16-14 in the second set against Mexico, and then Kameshok and Triborn head in the first set against Brazil 19-17 over on the AVP side. We got Larissa and Lily and Kylie Scott and Gina Urengo in the third set. Currently, Carly and Gina, the 4 seed, up 4-2 in set number 3. On court number 2, Chase Budinger and Miles Evans dropped the first set 21-19, and they are 2 points away from dropping set number 2 to Colby Caldwell and Chase Frischman. Got some good games coming up this afternoon. Certainly want to alert you to those if you're thinking about sticking around and watching some volleyball later on this afternoon. The one that I was really, really excited about at the bottom of your screen there, Paul Lotman and Leela Tucker, a youngster that none of us have really seen too much of. Heard him on the Sandcast podcast a couple weeks ago. Really excited to see that new pairing versus the GOAT, Phil Dahlhauser and Troy Field, who looked spectacular in their first match earlier today. And that really is it on the men's side for the AVP. On the women's side, we got that big matchup that we talked about earlier, Melissa Humana-Paradis and Brandy Wilkerson versus Bauer and Horton. That's a 4:40 matchup on Stadium Court. I think that'll be a really, really, really good one. So, anyways, thanks for checking in. Like I said, keep an eye on Instagram and Twitter. It's at BetTheBeach on both platforms. We'll get you updates on exactly when we're going to go again live next, and odds and picks throughout the weekend. So, once again, appreciate you, and we'll check in, and we'll see you again next time.